Ini apa nih? Ini apa nih? The wealthy Burns absorbed other people's blood into his body. That was the secret to living past 100 years old. Looking at old photographs, Burns reminisced about the exciting life he once had. Every party he hosted in his youth was incredibly extravagant. Even 1,000-carat diamonds were used as balls for games. Presiding over it all was me, Monogram Muzzy Burns. But now, Burns could only look back on his former glory. He decided to recreate the splendor of his younger days. By chance, he met a young millionaire named Georgie. To his surprise, Georgie had become rich after reading Burns' book. He gave Burns an obsidian card. Then Burns began living an extremely luxurious lifestyle. But Georgie was a con artist. He tricked Burns out of all his money. To get revenge, Burns recruited the devilish Bart to help him. Bart's friend Milhouse tracked down Georgie's former band. The band had broken up because of internal conflicts. First, they found one of the members, James. It turned out that all of Georgie's early lyrics had been written by him, but James never received a single dollar because he had signed away the rights.
Why'd you do that?
All right, no sir! Georgie had even stolen James's girlfriend. After going broke, James could only make a living by selling candles. Bart suggested that he write a new album to ruin Georgie. James joined their team. Homer didn't dare let Marge know that he was working with Burns.
Quick, boy,
Hide this thing. You let me worry about the nuclear plant. The important thing for you to do is believe I still work here.
Afterward, they went to a recording studio, but James had no inspiration. Burns came up with a way to motivate him.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Now, almost got me.
Soon, a rap song mocking Georgie as a thief was finished. Unexpectedly, Georgie's ex-wife showed up as well. She had been abandoned by Georgie and wanted to join the revenge plan. She even brought an all-star lineup to help create the rap album.
Yo, I want to back that JC, son. He took a name Tan Clan from me. Instead, they put in B2. I had to change my Tan Clan.
Before long, an entire album attacking Georgie was completed. Burns organized a concert to expose Georgie's actions, but when he pressed play, no music came out. Instead, a hologram of Georgie appeared. It turned out he had used his money to buy the rights to Burns' album, but Bart believed the victims would never agree to sell the album.
They would. For money? Sorry about it. JG is the best producer in the world, and the only tone deaf pauper who lives in the ring.
Tempted by money, Burns' revenge party ended in failure. Georgie even fed the album to a giant goose, but Burns immediately came up with another evil revenge plan. Even Homer didn't want to help, but Burns was the only friend he had left in the world.
Yeah, he was whipping me so hard.
Didn't want to help, but Burns was the only friend he had left in the world.
Yeah, he was whipping me so hard.
Georgie brought food to feed the giant goose, but he discovered that the goose had disappeared. Georgie immediately guessed that Burns had stolen it, but by the time he arrived, it had already been turned into a delicious roast goose.
You didn't. No, I didn't.
He even took a bite of the goose meat. When Georgie saw this, he no longer wanted to live, because the giant goose had always been his emotional support. At that moment, the real giant goose appeared.
Evan, I saved your life, you stupid duck.
In the end, Homer couldn't bring himself to kill the goose. He even drew a commemorative picture of it. Seeing this, Burns decided to kill the goose himself. The goose flew up onto a chandelier. Burns and Georgie climbed onto the chandelier as well. Because the two men were too heavy, the chandelier began to fall. Wanting an answer before he died, Burns asked Georgie why he had tricked him, because that was exactly what the final chapter of Burns' book had taught.
I will never be truly ruthless until you destroy the one who made you.
I had to tell you, Down and B, it was the final run. I just wanted to be ruthless, like you.
As the chandelier fell, Smithers arrived and saved them. During this whole time, he had been out buying ice for Burns. Georgie admitted defeat and returned Burns' property, because he knew that Burns was the truly ruthless one.
Mr. Burns realized that his ruthless will to power would beat on forever in another man's heart.
Wealthy Burns absorbed other people's blood into his body. That was
trying to survive as long as I can in the backroom. Trying to survive as long as I can. Trying to survive as long as trying. No one was watching my live. No one was watching my part 2. No one was watching my part 2 of Dos bear, 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 dos dos bear, 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 Come to Brazil, baby no money, baby no money, baby no money. Come to Brazil, okay, baby no money, baby no money, baby no money. Come to Brazil, come to Brazil, come to Brazil, baby no money. Baby no money, baby no money, come to Brazil. Okay, baby
Shape
no.
the beef into a pyramid. Now place it on a grill and carefully turn it one face at a time, trying to cook the middle without burning the outside. Then cut a square hole in a cheese slice and slide it over the pyramid, and do a few more, smaller and smaller, until the heat melts each slice down over the meat. Finally, place the pyramid on the bottom bun, carefully balance the top bun over the peak, and enjoy your pyramid burger. Shape the beef into a pyramid. Now place it on a grill and carefully turn it.
Baby no money, baby no money, baby no money.
When your grandma gets cremated, the ashes are mixed with powdered minerals and water before being stirred into a creamy liquid. Next,
I was watching my grandma.
Next, clay is used to make a coffee cup, which is cooked in a giant oven. When it's done, it's dipped in the liquid, then cooked again. The liquid heats up, melting the minerals into a hard glaze, with particles of your grandma's ashes trapped inside. So every cup you drink, you're sharing with her. When your grandma gets cremated, they carved a groove in the floor of the tomb and closed one of the doors, pushing against the other one to keep it open. Then they slid a heavy stone into the groove, tilting it against the open door. After everyone inside slipped out, they let go, which allowed the stone to fall forwards, slipping into a ledge on the door. And if you tried to push them open from the outside, the stone would push against the ledge, keeping the tomb locked forever. They carved a groove in the floor of the tomb and closed one. The other one to keep it
slid a heavy stone into the groove, tilting it against the
What did the beep boop boop? Boop boop.
At pagkatapos na ikat natin itong kamali. Tinanggal mo na?
Did you know Saturn is actually keeping us safe from Jupiter? And without it, Jupiter could have destroyed Earth. For years, scientists believed Jupiter acted as a shield, protecting us from incoming asteroids, even nicknaming it the vacuum cleaner of the solar system. But here is the actual truth. Scientists ran simulations of the solar system without Jupiter, and they found that Earth experienced fewer asteroid collisions. Not only that, Jupiter can even capture asteroids with its gravity and slingshot them straight toward Earth. At this point, Saturn's gravity acted like a shield, holding Jupiter back and preventing it from getting too close. Saturn has been protecting us this entire time. We never even knew it. Did you know Saturn is actually keeping...
Homer swung the hook in his hand and threw it onto the helicopter. He was going to use his tow truck to haul away the helicopter, but his truck was lifted into the air by the helicopter. Seeing this, Homer knocked the helicopter down to the ground. The reason Homer became the tow king has to start with Maggie not sleeping. Maggie now refused to go to sleep. Marge had no choice but to get her some milk. She asked Homer to hold Maggie for a moment, but Maggie didn't want to leave Marge. At the critical moment, Marge put down the milk and hugged Maggie.
Spilled milk!
Afterward, he went to the convenience store to buy milk, but the milk had already been bought by kids to make jetpacks. Then Homer prepared to go to Moe's bar to buy milk. Moe had a cup of something that could be either milk or paint.
It's paint. Or is it? Yeah, it's paint.
Homer went to the neighboring town and finally found milk, but he had parked his car in the wrong spot. The tow truck driver learned that Homer had come from a neighboring town to buy milk for his child, so he decided to take Homer to the tow yard. Homer planned to get his license first. On the way, Homer chatted with the tow truck driver. He envied how the driver's boss allowed him to listen to music while working. The driver said his boss allowed him to do anything, because the boss was right there in the truck.
But it's just you and me. That must mean I'm your boss. I'm sick of you. You're fired.
The driver explained to Homer that he himself was the boss. His job was easy, he just drove around. When he saw illegally parked cars, he'd tow them away. People would even stand outside their cars, begging him not to tow them. Homer envied the man's work. Seeing Homer's interest, the man suggested he become Springfield's tow truck driver, because the previous tow truck driver there had been beaten to death.
I would love to.
My daughter's boyfriend knocked on my door at 6 a.m. covered in bruises and begged me to hide him from my daughter. I woke up to pounding on my front door, checked my phone, 6:14 a.m. I stumbled downstairs and opened it. Henry was standing there. My daughter Emily's boyfriend. They'd been together about a year. Nice kid, quiet, polite. But right now he looked like he'd been through hell. Black eye, busted lip, bruises running down both arms. He was shaking so bad he could barely stand. Please, he said, can I come in? She's coming. Please don't let her in. I had no idea what he was talking about. Who's coming? Henry, what happened to you? He stepped inside and kept looking over his shoulder at the street. Emily did this. I just stood there. My daughter, the girl I raised. I know you won't believe me, he said. Nobody ever believes me. But she's been doing this for months. When she gets mad, she hits me, throws things, scratches me. Last night she came at me with a wine bottle, swung it at my head. I looked at him. Henry was a big guy, over 6 feet. Emily was barely 5'3". How could she do this? He saw the doubt on my face. I can't hit her back. I won't, so I just take it. But last night was different. I had to leave. I didn't know where else to go. That's when headlights pulled into my driveway. Henry went pale. That's her. Please don't let her in. I watched through the window as Emily's car pulled up. She got out fast, running, crying. She threw herself at the front door and started pounding. Dad, please. Henry attacked me. I had to defend myself. Open the door. My head was spinning. Henry behind me covered in bruises saying Emily did it. Emily outside covered in tears saying Henry did it. One of them was lying. I just didn't know which one. Henry backed away from the door. Don't believe her. She does this every time. Hurts me and then flips the script. Emily's pounding got harder. Dad, he's dangerous. Why won't you let me in? My wife came down the stairs. What is happening? What is that, Emily? She looked at Henry, at his face, at the bruises, and she shook her head. There's no way Emily did that. She's half your size, and I know my daughter. Henry's shoulders dropped. That's the whole problem. No one believes me because I'm bigger. Emily's voice went soft through the door. Daddy, please. I'm scared. He hurt me. I just want to come inside where it's safe. My wife started toward the door. We're not leaving our daughter outside. Henry stepped forward. Wait, just check my phone first. The texts she sent me, the photos I've taken. I documented everything. Just look before you open that door. Emily started screaming. He's lying. Whatever he's telling you is a lie. I held up my hand to stop my wife. Looked at it, Henry. Give me your phone. Henry unlocked it and handed it to me. No hesitation. I opened the text thread with Emily, started scrolling. If you leave me, I'll tell everyone you hit me. No one will believe you. You're a guy. I'm a girl. Do the math. I'll ruin your life. Don't test me. You made me do this. Every bruise is your fault. Then I swiped to the photos. Bruises on his ribs, scratches down his arms, a gash across his forehead with dried blood. Every photo time-stamped. Months of abuse saved on this phone. I looked at my wife. She was reading over my shoulder, tears running down her face. Emily was still outside. Dad, what's going on? Open the door. I walked over, unlocked it, pulled it open. Emily rushed in crying, threw her arms around me. Thank God. Daddy, he's crazy. He attacked me, and I held up Henry's phone, showed her the texts. She froze. The tears stopped instantly, like flipping a switch. He faked those. There's photos too, Emily. Timestamps going back months. She looked past me at Henry. The mask fell off completely. What was underneath wasn't my daughter. It was something cold, something cruel. You showed him? Her voice was flat. Dead. You actually showed him? Henry didn't respond. He just stood there shaking. Finally seen. Finally believed. My wife's voice cracked. Emily, how could you? Emily let out a laugh. Bitter. Hollow. How could I? He never fought back. He just took it. What did you expect me to do? I stared at the stranger wearing my daughter's face. Get out. Her expression twisted. You're seriously picking him over me? Over your own daughter? I'm picking the truth. Get off my property before I call the police. Emily's car tore out of the driveway. I could hear her screaming even after she disappeared down the street. Henry didn't move for a long time. My wife walked over and hugged him. He broke down completely. Months of everything coming out at once. We sat in the living room until the sun came. Told us about the first time she hit him, how he convinced himself it was a one-time thing, how it kept happening, how she told him no one would believe him. I thought I was losing my mind, he said. She made me feel like I deserved it. My wife made up the guest room. Henry stayed for a few days, filed a police report, got a restraining order. Emily tried to come back, calls, texts, showing up at the house. I never answered, changed the locks. I lost my daughter that morning, or maybe I finally saw who she'd become. Last I heard, she's telling everyone Henry was the abuser. Some people believe her, but Henry has the evidence, and for the first time in a long time, he's not afraid.
Where is Chris? He's upstairs in his room. That's odd. He never misses a meal. I better go check on him.
Yeah, good idea. I better check on my hairless twin in the storm shed.
All right, Peter, here we are.
Well, everything looks fine. All right, family, line up for cigar burns. Ow! Since none of you Gen Z snowflakes can be trusted around a starting pistol, listen for the starting kazoo. On your marks, it's it, kazoo! I lost the actual kazoo. Would you rather be a hobo with a 5% chance of getting inherited by a rich guy, or be Hitler 2 years before the end of World War II? Because you know you're going to have to shoot yourself, but you still got 2 more years as Hitler.
If you're the hobo, do you have a place to sleep?
If Hitler hadn't committed suicide, he most likely would have been captured by the advancing Soviet Red Army, subjected to a high-profile public trial, and executed. This outcome would have provided greater justice and closure for millions of victims worldwide, minimizing the post-war conspiracy theories regarding his escape, and maximizing the collective psychological... This is how a mouse fart, and this is how a cat does, and a dog, human, cow, elephant, dragon, and finally, I bet you can't fart fast enough to like this video, a Godzilla. This is how a frog cries. And this is how a red squirrel does, and a wolf, zebra, cow, camel, moose. And finally, I bet you can't like fast enough an elephant. This is a single bite mark of a bullet ant. And here's one from a Komodo dragon and a black widow spider, crocodile, bee stinger, dog, recluse, spider. And finally, I bet you can't like fast enough a snake. This is how a mouse fart.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a high-altitude slide. Go ahead and slide. You will not make a sound the whole way down. Danger level is literally hellish.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a rainbow slide, not dangerous. You can slide standing up, except for the first step. None of the steps are voluntary.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a giant water slide. The slope is nearly vertical. The weightlessness is intense when sliding down. Danger level 10 stars.
Is this slide dangerous?
Not dangerous. This is a foam pit slide. Your pants will fall off sliding down. Exposure risk level 10 stars.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a tube slide. It is very dangerous. There might be cross-shaped blades installed inside.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a playground slide. Multi-segment slides. Low down. The impact. If it were any longer, kids would fall asleep on it.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a super long snow slope on a snowy mountain. Not dangerous. You could slide until sunset and still not finish.
Is this slide dangerous?
This is a high altitude slide. Go ahead and slide. You will not make a sound the whole way down. Danger level is literally hellish.
Is this slide dangerous?
All way down.
What do you want? You want the iPad?
An artificial heart can be implanted to replace a failing one. The fake heart has 2 chambers and functions like a real one. Air pumps drive the chambers, pushing blood through the body. A portable device outside the body powers and controls these pumps.
So these devices are super cool.
I have a small issue with Verity because, as you can see, I'm on a platform about 300 meters in the sky and I'm waiting for him to go back to normal. I think he's angry because he didn't like that present that I gave him. You know, it was supposed to be a PlayStation.
So, Verity, I have a present for you.
Oh, wow. I hope it's a PlayStation 5.
I mean, I didn't know it was a bomb. I'm a little colorblind, you see.
I wonder which one is the PlayStation. This is kind of hard to see, but... oh, bro, I'm a little bit colorblind. Can you help me find the PlayStation? I have really no idea which one is. Yeah, you're right. It's definitely that one. Thank you, bro.
I am literally so scared right now because Verity disabled keep inventory, and also I cannot see anything through this. Through this.
Hey, Nuke! I have a surprise for you. It's it's an early copy of GTA 6.
Yo, Verity, I knew you were my best friend, Verity. No way, GTA 6. Yo, let me just... I have a small issue with Verity.
DNA test turns out I'm 100%. Just a baby. A DNA test turns out I'm 100%. Just a baby. A DNA test turns out.
How to draw a horse, draw a unicorn, and erase the horn. And what if I don't know? That is a classic bulletproof paradox. If you actually need a starting point, try drawing 2 circles for the body, 1 smaller circle for the head, and connecting them with lines for the neck and legs. Or
Ganito kami, Madam Jenny. Basket number 59, basic flower siya, ha? Tapos si 51 po, okay po. Eto, ma'am, basket number 51. Kami inside Dating Plaza. Kami inside Dating Plaza. Shout na po, no? Oo, umaga pa nung ang dami ka ng silipin mo nga, Maria, kung si Bibi Parno ba